Hello and welcome back to the mothership. I am, of course, the Commander-in-Chief, Lax Sivrak. Thank you for joining us yet again today. This episode is brought to you by some Copenhagen snuff, satisfied since 1822, and some black coffee. This is the coffee Dylan sent me. We need to do a full taste test. We need to do a full review. But thank you, Dylan. I want to show you, let's see. I want to show you a pickup that you haven't seen. And I'm going to show you this Falcon that Brett, from our friend Brett at Collecting with Cool, shout out to you, my friend. Anyway, he sent me this as a gift, and I've been customizing it. Oh, you know what else I'm going to show you? Here, this is what. Let me get a dip. Oh, I missed. So the first thing I want to show you. So I went to my my ex had to get into my storage unit. Even though I'm trying to get ready to fucking go, and it's fucking 3 days before Christmas and all that bullshit, she decided that she just had to have her shit. So I spent like 3-4 hours yesterday, time I didn't have, going through all these boxes, and me and her were pulling out her stuff. You know, my shit is stuff, but her stuff is shit. No, that's a joke. Pa-ting! But look, I did run into a whole bunch of, I collect all kinds of things. The mothership, before I started my channel, I had taken a job, and I was going to sell this house. And so all my shit is in a storage unit. So I did get to go through my down memory lane yesterday, which was kind of nice. And I saw a million things that I want to show you guys, and I almost brought a bunch of it back here, but like I got shit that I gotta fucking finish up. You know what I mean? So, but I did find this, and I did want to show y'all this. General Kale from Willow. And like, I'm not sure who made the, oh, this had a little metal stand on it, like a Britain's. And, I guess the little tabs had come off, the little tabs. But I'm sure some people have these, right? But this was the fucking, this is like the medieval Darth Vader. What do you think? So yeah, I believe this is probably the only Willow toy I have left. I had a few. I don't remember ever having a lot because they were this strange scale, and they didn't really fit with anything. So, you know, it's like a cake topper. That's what we used to call these. They made a lot of Dick Tracy's like this too. This size, whatever. I don't even know what this is, but it's like 2-inch, I guess you call it. 1, 2. On most people, this distance is supposed to be an inch, roughly an inch. You know. But yeah, that's pretty neat. I found that and I stuck that in my pocket. I was like, oh, I think everybody would like to maybe see that. General Kale was fucking cool, man. I like General Kale. Scary motherfucker. It's like, it is. It's like the medieval, it's just like the medieval Darth Vader. Somebody could have told me, but so Hasbro Pulse or whatever they have a 6-inch figure that is this figure. I didn't realize that. I was on it the other day just because I haven't been on there, I don't even know, like a year. But they have a 6-inch figure that is like the exact thing of this. And they say it's from the original Revenge of the Sith, or Revenge of the Jedi art. They say it's from the original Revenge of the Jedi, but this says Revenge of the Sith. But so that's what it said on there. So yeah, you can get this figure in 6-inch. I don't know why. It cost a bit more than $16, I think. But I did want to share that. I found that out the other day. I'm going to share with you another pickup which I don't think I'm going to open, but I did find at my local store, again, I think the price was a little high, but I did find Max Rebo. I don't give a fuck about this guy. Don't give a fuck about this guy, but I do like making custom Rhodians. So he does have a head that's usable. His hands aren't really usable for anything except fucking that shit. But take a look at the back. We definitely need to get Droopy McCool and Snootles, because Lap T Nick for life, baby. Hey, you cannot fuck to Jedi rocks, but Lap T Nick will give you rhythm, baby. Yeah, baby. So that is, in case you didn't know that. If you didn't know that, you're probably a fucking lame fuck. 1998, which obviously, yeah, so that's what threw me off about that Topps card, the foil card. That was made in 2001, and I'd been 2-3 years censored out of here, because here's the 98 version, and of course it's special edition. But so, like, I've always loved the band. I've never really, I just get what I feel like I need, like for displays, or if I want a project, or like, this is the first figure in a long time that I've bought where I was just like, God damn, that's fucking cool. And I have no reason, right? But I had a reason, and I was afraid that, we will see, okay? But the reason I got this was because I have taken this entire, and I had the, hey, shout out to Gilser, and maybe like Rick from Left Coast Graphics. Does anybody watch The Craftsman? Does anybody watch The Craftsman? He's the one that really kind of taught me how to do customs, and I did a step-by-step. This is a replica of the custom he made. I will link the channel in the description, and if I can try to find the video, I will. But so he made this figure, but out of a vintage Bosk and a vintage Rick from Left Coast Graphics. And I always kind of piddled around with customs before that video, but I really didn't like. He really fucking I don't know, like, you gotta have good instructions. Mine is obviously Power of the Force 2, and he's got quite a bit of, he's got some shit on his utility belt there. I think that comes from like one of those Chewies. He's got some cylinders on his arm there. Can you see that? No. Anyway, it's a little out of focus, but I think you get the gist. Anyway, this is one of my taller figures. I was just trying to see how much room he took up in this The Craftsman. So I'm not exactly happy with this silver color, but I think maybe the thing to do would do a wash and then come back with like a fucking like a glitter thing, right? Because I want the sparkles, the sparkly shit, I think should be on top of the dark weathering. I know that sounds totally opposite of what, that is the opposite of what most people would do, but like, I think that would look kind of neat to grunge it up and then put because maybe it's not paint, maybe it's an effect of the ship going through space. But so this is the, gosh, I can't remember, but this is the re-release of the Power of the Force 2, right? Power of the Force. There was whatever. Because I think this is still just two people in the cockpit, right? And it is a little bit it's a little bit bigger, and it has that. I have all these pieces, so don't think that anything. Some of the pieces I don't have are the electronics, because some of them weren't working, and it's okay, because I want to replace. I may not replace the sounds, but I probably will put some lights in here. But so I've taken this all apart, and I have removed everything. Okay, here's where the speaker was. Here's where the batteries were. I'm sure y'all know all about this, right? But so I want to make this into a since I don't have a sail barge, I was also thinking about, what was that guy's name? Dryden Voss. They didn't call his a sail barge, but a yacht. You know, he had his yacht that everybody partied on, which is like the sail barge but for upper crust people, right? So I thought, well, why wouldn't anybody make a YT 1300 or whatever it's called freighter into a party barge? Now, I had all kinds of visions, but I had forgotten how short this really is for your figures. You know, once you line this up like it's supposed to be, if I can find the... But, you know, it's not... Like, see, that's not sitting all the way on there, but that's just now getting tall enough. You can see these pegs actually go into there. But once those sit on there, it's really not tall enough to do anything, and you certainly can't see inside of it. So I'm thinking, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I mean, I'd want to make figures and stuff stand in here, right? But if I can't, it can just be a cool paint job with lights. But I have been toying with the idea, and this is obviously a long way off because I'm still figuring out how to, but I realized that I might have to just extend the roof taller and then fill this gap in somehow. And that seems like a ridiculous idea. But when I first took this apart, the speaker goes in this little round hole here, right? And I was like, oh my God, can we put a Max Rebo inside that circle? Which I obviously don't think we can. We can't put his organ in there, but I don't know, maybe he can go in there. Maybe there's a line of figures. Maybe there's a line of figures out there that fits this shape better. You know, like, you know, not the Micro Machines or the Galaxy Squadron new stuff, but you know those galactic heroes for the kids that are like, they're like this tall. You know, they're like, oh, you can't see, but they're about this tall, right? They're like 1.5 inches, 2 inches. So maybe this could be populated with those figures, or, you know. But so my plan is, so this is going to be like a Jabba style party barge. We're going to cut this. We need to cut this out right here. We want to make this like a big, I was thinking about making this a, I don't know. I was thinking about making it a dance floor. But either way, so like we want to do a black and white. We want to do black and white checkered floor in this area here. You know, like a 50s dance floor. We're going to put a stripper pole here where the gun used to be. You know, and we'll put somebody on that. And then I figure, where is it? And then over here, you know, I was going to have the band over here. And like we could make this into like an amplifier or a speaker, or we could simply cut this out. But yeah, when I saw that circle, I was like, oh, well, there's where Max Rebo goes. But I realized that, like, I don't think I'm going to be able to accomplish that kind of scaling, obviously, with 3.75. I don't even know why I didn't think about that. But I was just so excited. And Brett, I love you for this, man. I mean, I loved you anyway. Don't fucking get me wrong, but like, this is not in vain, because this is going to be super cool. But our only real options are to either heighten the roof so you can see in there, or just try to use some smaller figures. But, you know, I would like to be able to have it displayed probably open. You know, like people would do the sail barge. Maybe you have this on there, but then you can pop it off. And if we use something like those galactic heroes, like we will glue them in, like we will glue them in there like an actual diorama, right? Like one at the museum that the train goes around, like permanent. But we're gonna make we need a disco ball. We need a disco ball to hang from in here somewhere. We're gonna have a stripper pole where the gun was. Like I said, we're gonna do a black and white checkered floor down there in that spot. And, you know, without the electronics and the cardboard piece, you know, like this is I know everybody wants to have lights and sounds and stuff, but you know, that's why the barge is such a winner, though, right? Because you don't need, I don't think you need lights and sounds for the barge at all, because it has such display ability and it's big, you know, and you can just, it's like you're there, you know. I think that's great. But so that's my plan on this. It's obviously going to be in the works, but, and see, so you could see in there pretty good. That's how it sits regular, okay? But there's no way you can put a 3.75 inch figure in there, but a 2-inch line figure or 1.5 inch or whatever, well, now you could start to populate the inside of this with quite a few people. That's my idea anyway. I wanted to share this with everybody. I was kind of excited about it. The only thing I was bummed about, and I even at the store, because I don't see this guy hardly at all. So I was at the store, at the vintage store, and I was in like a, I don't buy myself that much stuff, you know. And but I saw that and I was like, man, I don't need to pass up Max Rebo. I do not need to, you know what I mean? Never pass up old Red Ball Jack. Got to get to the gig, man. Got to get to the gig, man. You know what'd be really cool is so maybe we could get some of the like old school 2-inch Muppets and we get Dr. Teeth. Maybe Max Rebo doesn't even play it here. Maybe we get Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Geek Strong. Somebody, and I'm sorry I forgot your name, but somebody sent him the diner cook, Obi-Wan's friend from the prequels. And he has him in the kitchen of the sail barge, right? And I think I mean, you know what I mean? The sail barge doesn't have to be displayed at Return of the Jedi. It can be fucking any time, right? But, you know, I told Dean, and I think I told a lot of people before Dean actually got that figure. But you know who, if you have a sail barge, you know who would be fucking cool, I think, in the kitchen? Is fucking Pizza Face from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Wouldn't that be a neat fucking, you know what I mean? I think that would be a neat fucking guy. If I had the sail barge, I would definitely have fucking Pizza Face in the fucking kitchen doing shit. You know what I mean? I think that would be super neat. And I might even have some of the fucking, like, the Cobra, you know, the Cobra chopper pilot. I have one that Gilster sent me. Thank you, Gilster. I think that would be a super cool figure to have in the cockpit, you know, of the sail barge. Or this. You know, they don't have to, you don't have to stay with your fucking, you don't have to stay with the same shit. When I do open and review this, I'm going to do it next to the Ming the Merciless from the NECA line, because I'm going to have him fighting Ming. You know, because why not? Why not? But anyway, I'm just kind of rambling on. Look at how the light comes right through there onto the thing. Couldn't you see like a disco ball hanging? See the light I'm playing right there? The circle of light. The circle! That's the circle of life, but it could be the circle of light. We are the world. Anyway, yeah, so we'll have some sort of stripper, inappropriately dressed figure right there. We'll have a disco ball. We could probably make a bar. I think back here would be cool. You have like a bar, and we have somebody behind the bar, you know, serving drinks. We got the band over here on the side, and we'll have some people hanging out on this checkered. We'll have a checkered like dance floor type thing here. Anyway, this is a very cool ship. I have always wanted and I haven't seen one for a long time, but the 4-seater, the actual big ass 4-seaters, that trilogy collection or saga, I can't remember. But that would be a cool one. If anybody sees that, let me know, because I could probably afford that. I can probably afford that, and I wouldn't fuck it up. I wouldn't do anything to that. I may not use it as the Falcon. I might do some outside stuff, but I wouldn't remove all the things in it, you know. But this one is so small anyway that, you know, you got to remove the shit in here to get something going on, I think. You know. But anyway, I just thought I would share that with y'all. It's a very cool ship. I've been watching Rebels lately. Re-watching Rebels. and I know that I think we all said this, but I've noticed it again. They have a real problem with the ship scaling, you know, because like, you know, the Imperial, like, listening ship, right? And like, also like the Gravity Well ship in that episode, like that's all kind of the same ship, and it's not a ship that we've ever really seen except in Rebels as far as I know. But like that thing seems to be like, it's obviously not as big as a Star Destroyer, but it's pretty fucking big, right? But when you look at the Ghost, like when you look at the Ghost on the ground when they're coming out of it, and then you look at the Ghost, like when the Ghost is flying by and they have that TIE fighter hooked on the bottom that they stole, and then they're flying by that fucking like the listening style ship, like there is some serious fucking scaling going on there with their artwork. Like major fucking problems. Oh, before I forget, I'm so sorry. Look, I want to show, y'all have probably seen this, and people can copy my idea. This, and I you know, I guess I got this from the, what is it called, the Terradrome. But so like, we're gonna have this, the eye in the sky, baby, right? And then so like, cause this, I don't know, I just think that's so cool. This is just a, you know, a cap to the, you know, the Tide or whatever that you put in your washing machine. But, and then this eyeball, I don't remember where that eyeball came from. It came from some sort of, you know, Halloween thing. And then these are the guns, I believe, off of the cargo hauler from Rogue One. But so this will be one of the cool things that's on outside, you know. And like we'll build up a little ring or something here so it can sit in there pretty nice and be able to turn it. But yeah, I think that's gonna be cool. And then I was thinking about if I can find one of those, you remember the squishy like squeeze things that look like a brain? We'll just stuff we'll get one of those and we will stuff that up inside of it. So everything behind and around the eye will be a brain. Wouldn't that be cool? So that's the idea there. I'm sorry I didn't show you. I'm sorry you had to wait 20 minutes to see. Because I think this is the fucking, that's going to be cool. You know, and then you'll be able to lift the back off and you'll be able to see the party and everything in there. I obviously took this off so I could paint without having to deal with taping it, you know. So, anyway, I think that's fucking cool. How long will it be before we see this actually in Star Wars? And I guess this is kind of like a Terradrome ripoff, but the Terradrome, is that what his name? Terradrome? Terradome? I don't remember. From Ninja Turtles? I think that is fucking, would you fuck with that ship? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. Be like, anyway, I think that's really fucking cool. Really cool. And the thing I envision for it is gonna be out of this world. Out of this world. I'm a little disappointed that I did spend the money on this, but I do have a Max Rebo, so that's great. And then we'll make a really cool custom, I don't know, you know, so I've made a lot of pilots, and I have a Rhodian pilot, a Rebel pilot, but you know, anyway, I'm just lacking off now. But so yeah, I think that's great. So on behalf of General Kale and the Max Rebo Band, Lap T Nick for life, and the Terradrome YT, is it a 1300? Anyway, I think that'd be pretty neat. Stay tuned as soon as I upload this video, as long as I have the time, because I have to meet somebody in a little while. But even if it's after that, we will open this and review it, because I definitely want to see this motherfucker fighting Ming, the Merciless, on my fucking shelf. Wouldn't that be cool? Anyway, Anabasi, Brett, thank you very much for that. I still have, I haven't really done anything to the X-Wing yet, except I have pulled the stickers off. So anyway, y'all go check out The Craftsman. He made this exact same figure, but out of the vintage Bosk. And Rick from Left Coast Graphics. So yeah, and I believe he calls them. Oh, the one he made also has an ear thing, and he has like a Minesweeper looking thing that he made for it. But this is he calls him MC Hammerhead Hunter for bounties. The Craftsman. The Craftsman. I'm pretty sure the Craftsman is my cousin. I'm pretty sure we're cousins. Anyway, thank you, Dylan. I got your shirt on. Oh, Dylan, I got your boots on too, motherfucker. And I'm spitting in your spittoon. Fuck, everything in the mothership is now brought to you by Dylan. That's awesome. Anyway, Brett at Collecting with Cool, I hope you're doing well, my friend. Take all the time you need, okay? But we do miss you, and we miss your fucking lives, man. We really do. Everybody get over and find, he's in the Rebels chat and places like that, but everybody tell Brett, we miss him, you know? And especially his old school lives, you know, when he was smoking, drinking, snorting, shooting. And like, we just want to talk Star Wars, you know? And fucking Brett has a lot of knowledge about a lot of the Star Wars, you know? Legends, or what we call Legends now, and all expanded universe and shit. You know, he's an obscure old school fan like myself. So that's cool. Anyway, much love and respect to everybody. Dylan, I haven't even taken the tag off yet. Because why would I? That's super cool. All right, well, much love and respect. We will see everybody down the trail.